everybody, Carol here. Welcome back to my channel. Well, I'm back after taking a month off. I had family in from the UK visiting for a month over the holidays. Had a wonderful time. And now I am going to make two pendants. My idea came from remembering actually an old movie, Men in Black, and how in the end, when they were looking for the aliens, they found out that they were actually in this little pendant that was hanging around a cat's neck, if I remember right. And it was their galaxy or their planet. Everything was right in that little ball. So I thought, what if I tried to put a galaxy in a pendant? That's what started the whole thing. And you will see near the end, I will show you 6 fails that I had before I got to this. And let me say that I still am not 100% pleased with how it came out as far as the galaxy. I need to work on this spiral galaxy and get it looking better in my mind anyway. But I did this 2 different ways because I couldn't figure out which was going to come out better. I have a sphere there to make a totally round ball with the galaxy in it. And then I've got 2 halves there, which won't be completely round, but I will fill them and then put them together and make that into a pendant. But anyway, this is me doing both at the same time in hopes that I'll at least like one of them in the end. So as you can see, I am using, that's the top of a pill container. I'll use all kinds of little things that are, that I can throw away when I'm done to use to mix tiny amounts of UV. It's really stupid to waste a giant cup. And while I do have reusable ones, this is so much easier than having to try to clean all these little cups all the time. So I just do it like this when I can. So this is a new extra fine glitter that I'm using there. It's like holographic, ultra fine, and it's really pretty. So I'm just putting a touch of that in these layers. And you'll see I'm doing multiple layers because you really have to work in layers when you're doing UV. You can't pour it very thick. It won't cure well. And here you see me using some clear plastic egg carton cups there. I cut them out. I'll do anything to not have to wash a cup. I can just throw it away. That's really sad, I know. But anyway, so I'm just trying to get through this. And I, like I said, I did like 6 other ones where I worked with when do I put the color in, when do I put the glitter in, you know, what will be the best way for this to show or that to show. Some of them I didn't have enough color in them, I felt. You'll see when I show you the quick shot at the end of all of them. So I've been working on this, trying for a week to come up with something that I really like because it's been on my mind. And that's what happens to me. I get an idea and then I make myself crazy until I'm happy with it. So anyway, if you're curious about any of the products I've used, check out the description below. There's also discount codes for some things like the J Diction resin and some other products. And there's other information, how to contact me, my Amazon wish list, my other social media contacts, and etc., etc. So check out the description below if you get a chance. Also, if you haven't subscribed, I hope that you will. And welcome to all my new subscribers. I truly appreciate you sticking by me And even if you just give me a thumbs up or leave me a comment or share my video, all those things matter in the algorithms for YouTube and keeps me in rotation. So I appreciate all of it. And I thank you all very much for that. So you will see that I have to add more resin to the sphere. It just held a lot more overall. And I was trying not to make it too deep each time so that I could get it cured all the way. But then when I'm all done, you will see that I turn things over. I'll put the bottom, turn it over and put the bottom under the UV light for a while before I even pop it out. I mean, you really need to make sure that everything is cured nice and solid. So then here came the difficult part. Here I'm using a very fine tipped paintbrush, and I'm trying to put the spiral galaxy on here, but no matter how I get it looking like it's not too bad, it spreads, and or it just won't be thin. I can't get it to the thin uh, look that I want it to be. And that's my biggest complaint about it, and the thing I don't like about the finished one. Um, I was trying to come up with other ways to do it, and maybe instead of painting it on there, I thought maybe I could actually uh, make a spiral galaxy using wire or something to that effect that I could just adhere down to the resin, and it's not going to spread or anything because and it'll stay thin because it's wire. But the only problem is it definitely won't work in the sphere because I'll never get something that's hard and shaped already into that little hole. So I don't know. I mean, I may try this again, but after 6 other attempts, this was really kind of, I don't know if I can do it again, kind of feeling here. So I might let it rest for a while until maybe a definitely good idea uh, presents itself to me on how I could make this look better. As you can see, it's already like spreading together, and it was really hard, and I really only put a tiny bit of resin in that cup to mix the pigment in, and it was just really tough to get it to stay nice and thick, and then I had to go back in again on some of them to give them a second coat because it wasn't strong enough. And yeah, just this is just the part that really messed me up every time. But I tried it, and this one definitely I think is the best one that I ended up with out of all of them. I don't know. You let me know. Now the sphere, that was a nightmare. I just reached in there, as you will see, and tried to make something resembling a spiral, but it definitely I definitely failed every time with it, but it did come out looking pretty cool. So once again, I finished this one completely. So having already told you though that that's my complaint or my criticism of my own pieces is the thickness of the spiral. Um, I still finished it off, and I still like the way it came out overall. And you let me know what you think, and if you have any better suggestion on how I could do it, especially in the sphere, and be able to place that. Like if I had something that was maybe pliable, just like you can put flowers in there, but that it has a shape to it so that once it's in there, I can get it back to its shape, something like that would be great. But anyway, it's really tough working in that tiny little thing. And, kudos to those that make small pendants and spheres all the time with flowers and such, because it is not easy. So here you go. This is what I did with this is I pop out the one side, make sure it's out, and then I just placed it on top, and that worked out pretty well. I was able to just cure that, and it stayed, and I just had to use my scissors to cut a little bit around. It really cleaned up well, and I'm happy about that. Just not, like I said, in love with the spiral. So once I feel like I have definitely cured the sphere pretty well, I move that off, let it cool down, because it was warm, really hot, because it's a small, enclosed mold. So it's always good to let your stuff cool down before you even try to remove it. And as you can see here, this was really easy. Came out looking almost perfect. Just needed to trim a little bit around the edges. And next, I make the hole, but I'm going to use a screw-in eye hook, so I really don't have to get it too far. I just need to make enough of an indent that I can get it started, as you will see here. And then turn it, and then it ends up catching and screwing in. It ends up being perfect. Now, yes, I do have one of those manual tools that looks like little screw drill heads or whatever you put in the end, and you do it by hand. Well, I don't know. I just can't get the thing to work well. And I'm probably just not doing it correctly. But at any rate, it worked out just fine, just having something pointy that I could get that hole started with. And here I am just doing a top coat over the whole thing, and of course around the eye hook to add a little more stability. Not that it's going to come out, because it's screwed in there real good. But this is just the top coat, and I did do the bottom too with an extra coat. Now, here's how to remove the sphere. You can see it's really hard to tear it apart. And I just poured a little bit of isopropyl alcohol, massaged it around so that it would drip down the inside. And look at this. Look at how easy that was. You can also use warm soapy water, but I used the isopropyl alcohol, and that works great for me. So now, of course, as you see, I'm making sure I give it another good curing once it's outside the mold. And I'm just going to cut down and file that top part there, but that is where I'm going to put the other eye hook, so it doesn't have to be perfect. I just want to smooth it down some. I will also file with the metal file. Here you go, to get it smoother, and then we'll go from there. This is going to get a top coat, so it doesn't matter if I'm scratching it up a little bit. And then here we go, working on making the hole. And once I have deep enough of a little indentation there, I will do the same thing and add a screw-in eye hook, and which goes in pretty easily, again, as you can see. And so the final result is coming up shortly. I will put a top coat all over this sphere, and once it's completely cured, put chains on them and I will be back with a photo. But before you see that, you will see my photo of the 6 fails that came before this. So let me just say this as we're coming to the end of the video. If you're still watching, thanks for sticking around. Thank you all for all your support and your kind words and the thumbs up and everything else. I appreciate it all. So, coming up to the rejects, you'll see I even changed up the color. I was using pink instead of purple, and I do like the purple best. So, anyway, here are the final pieces, and I am happy with how they came out. So, till next time, everyone, please stay safe, be kind, and have a great day.